And here we go. Day 2 of the Kansas City Chiefs training camp is officially over with, which means we have more news, notes, highlights, observations from yet another day of practice. And as you looked at or saw earlier in the video, right at the start, Xavier Worthy doesn't have that wrap on his hamstring anymore, which is a really good sign. He did injure his hand a little bit on a diving catch at practice yesterday, but is okay. He is, full in practice today. Another big piece of news, Rees-Zammit is really looking like he could be a contributor, maybe even on day 1. Now in this video, we're going to break down all the news, all the notes, the highlights, the observations. We're going to break it all down for you. But before we jump into the video, I do want to give a massive shout out to the the Kansas City Chiefs beat reporters over there right now, man. They work so hard each and every single day to get these highlights out for us, kind of enabling us to make these videos. And without them, the videos aren't even possible. So go give them a follow on Twitter, because if you do, you're going to be able to see all the highlights in live time. PJ Green, Harold R. Kuntz, and Aaron Ladd are 3 guys specifically who do such a good job. So go follow them, and there's others like them as well. But without any further ado, let's kind of dive into the video. Now, the biggest piece of news that I kind of took away was the development of Rees-Zammit, a guy really trying to not only make the roster, but be able to make an impact on day 1. At this point in time, I might even say he's a lock to make the team. I mean, the athleticism, the talent, right, the skill tree that he has right away is something you don't see, especially coming from rugby, from Welsh. This is a guy who is really good with the football in his hands, an extremely good pass catcher, and someone who can become a really big-time playmaker. Now, early on in camp so far, he has been really trying to improve the pass blocking ability, and, that just goes to show they're really excited to use him in pass protection on passing downs. Think about a Jerick McKinnon, but now you have Rees-Zammit, a younger, a quicker, a more dynamic pass catcher out of the backfield. This is going to make Patrick Mahomes even more deadly as a quarterback, having a guy you can dump down to that can make electric type of plays. So Rees-Zammit is a guy I am wicked excited for, but also Xavier Worthy. Now, Xavier Worthy yesterday, had a couple of targets in 7-on-7s. One, bad throw from Patrick Mahomes, but he caught it, and Mahomes actually recognized it. He said, hey, bad throw, excellent catch, let's do it again, right? They got some more completions going, but today, day 2, was a little bit different, right? Mahomes was extremely, he was trying to get to Worthy. He was trying to feed him. He was trying to build that chemistry, get that connection going. And he did. 4 of the 6 passes he threw in 7-on-7s went to Xavier Worthy. 2 of them were completed, but 1 of them was a touchdown in the red zone. A beautiful ball, a beautiful catch. We should be getting some more 7-on-7, 11-on-11 highlights as we get further into training camp. So we have more individual drills now, and some of these highlights are from yesterday's camp as well. So keep that in mind. But a great first 2 days here of Chiefs training camp. Before we get any further into the film, do me a big favor, guys. Hit the like button so not only we can get this video out to, more Chiefs fans around the world, but also, more importantly, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's free. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, and we're going to be covering the Chiefs throughout the entirety of training camp, preseason, regular season, everything you can think of. We've got you guys covered through it all, so join the family if you haven't already done so. And lastly, make sure you follow my Twitch. We're going to be live streaming some Chiefs games throughout the regular season and the preseason, breaking down the film in live time. If you guys want to watch those with me, follow my Twitch. It is Matty Dubs with 3 S's, or you can find the link in the description below. With that being said, let's kind of dive back into some news and notes from the first 2 days of Chiefs training camp. Now, one guy who looked really good was Jared Wiley, the new rookie tight end. Had a would-be red zone touchdown if they were playing in full speed and whatnot. This dude looks different, right? Coming out the gates, trying to earn himself a role behind Travis Kelce, behind Noah Gray, and, you're trying to work ahead of Irv Smith, but it looks like he could potentially even get some playing time early on and really start to build his future here with Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. And, Mahomes even said, I anticipate he comes in, he learns, and, gets better and better each and every single day. The physicality, the size, the speed, you see that on the football field. It translates right away, and, that is just something you want to see in Andy Reid's offense, and we'll see if he can continue to develop that going forward. Now, another guy that Steve Spagnuolo defensively has been, kind of obsessed with is Jaden Hicks. Now, this seems like a guy who could be a potential steal for the Chiefs. He is playing in so many different spots. You look at him in the slot. You look at him as a deep safety, as an outside corner. He comes up, plays the box line. I mean, this dude can do everything for you, and they love this dude, all right? Now, there was some really good breakups in 7-on-7s. Miles Battle got one on Mahomes. Chris Roland Wallace had one. Jaden Hicks had one on Wentz. And then Trey Dean had another pass breakup as well. But it looks like they're going to use Jaden Hicks all over the field. Obviously being drafted, I believe, the 4th round. Steve Spagnuolo high on him. And whenever Steve Spagnuolo is high on someone, with his defense, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say he's going to be a pretty good football player. So, very excited for what Hicks can do. You can do whatever you want on the football field. So, very excited to see how he can continue to grow as a player and continue to make a name for himself as time goes on. Now, outside of that, when you look at the linebacker room, another guy who has been slowly starting to stand out each and every single day has been Leo Chenal, right? We said it in yesterday's video. Now that Willie Gay is in New Orleans, it's going to open up a ton of playing time for Leo Chenal. And even at times last year, he showcased why he should not only be the starter, but their long-term option at the linebacker position. And I think this is going to be the year he takes the keys and he never looks back, right? Just going to keep on going. Charles Menahu, like we said, was put on the PUP list. We'll see how he continues to get better and better as time goes on. But we see him here walking through a training camp. He will get healthy, and when he does, he will be someone who can potentially earn some starting time for this football team. So that's another aspect of, their injury list that I'm excited to see when he gets back healthy. You also have Derek Nottie, who's a starting interior defensive lineman for them. I'm excited for him to get back. BJ Thompson on the NFI list, so hopefully he's okay. I believe he suffered or went through something in mandatory minicamp. So again, praying that he can, get back to full strength here relatively soon. But first 2 days of training camp for the Chiefs couldn't have gone better, man. Rees-Zammit really starting to break out. I expect him to, start to jump guys on the depth chart. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Deneric Prince, Keontae Ingram. I think Rees-Zammit out of Welsh, the former rugby superstar, is going to come in here and be a day one contributor for the Chiefs for next season. Carson Wentz taking the main backup snaps at quarterback. We'll see if Irv Smith can actually make the roster. But right now, I think Jared Wiley is just a better, more athletic player. I think Jared Wiley might even make case to get some playing time. And then wide receiver room wise, they did sign Kyle Sheets yesterday. Camp body, we'll see if he can make the team, but they have a lot of depth right now. Kadarius Toney, Sky Moore, 2 guys I'm really excited to see. They need to prove themselves right now, and it's now or never for them, man. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family. More 7-on-7 film should be coming out over the next few weeks as training camp gets